By the way, today's date, brothers and sisters, is Thursday, the 10th of May, 2012. As I pan around to my right, facing west, this is St. Albertus School, which is, as I stated before, has been closed down for a number of years. I know a lot of people had commented to me on my Facebook page about the old Catholic school over there off East Warren and Gratiot, and a lot of people had commented and gave me a lot of props. Now, the one thing I found out about this church, brothers and sisters, talking to the gentleman that stays across the street named Art, he told me that this building was built in 1916, the same year that his house was built. And what we're going to do is we're going to make our way in to see what we can see and do what we do best. I draw my little cord there, and this is right over here, a little street which no longer is actually here anymore, Winter Street. This is the remainder of this street. And by the way, I'm testing out some new equipment, new video equipment, and we see what we see is a lot of desolation, even though we had one homeowner who told me that this house was built in 1916, a gentleman by the name of Art, and he gave me a rundown about the different churches and, the Catholic parishes that were controlled by Polish immigrants. And what we're going to do, brothers and sisters, we're going to make our way in and briefly take a look around. So hold on tight. Well, brothers and sisters, this is Brotha I.M. the Urban Explorer, and I made it up by using that ladder. And what we're going to do is we're going to go on the inside to see what we can see. And this building, as stated before, was built in 1916. And we can see, or as Brother Art was telling me, that you've had scrappers come through here and try to get what they can get. One of the things that I like about doing urban exploration, brothers and sisters, is that you never know what you might find or what you might see. This building has been closed down for a number of years, probably a couple of decades. We see the old classrooms. And this is one of these journeys, brothers and sisters, as I stated before, that I always wanted to go on and go through this building. And basically what I'm doing is I'm going through here blind. And what I mean by blind is I did not go through here or take an initial tour to see what I could see first time around. So basically you all out there that are viewing this are possibly getting a first-hand view also. Oh yeah, we see where the scrappers didn't come in at. And a lot of times you got to be careful whenever you doing this type of urban exploration, brothers and sisters, because of falling ceiling material. Classroom where you can oversee the church. Old wooden floors here. And I thank everyone that got a chance to take a look at the videos that I've done thus far. And I thank everyone for their commentary. And a lot of the commentary has been positive. And it has encouraged me to do a little bit more as far as putting together interesting urban exploration videos. And we see the control panel there. And one thing that Art was telling me about, he was telling me about how a lot of the scrappers are still coming through here trying to get what little remains from this building. He told me now they're going through the windows and getting the weights that balances the weight of the window to keep them from either slamming shut or either keeping them from closing. This is the way I came. And we're on the second floor, by the way. And the one thing I've learned about what I do as far as urban exploration, brothers and sisters, it's, you know, as I stated before, it's very adventurous. You know, you got to be a person that's not crazy that's doing this, but a person that's challenged, that loves history, that loves architecture. We see that, I guess they're making horses, wood horses. And I guess they're using this as a staging area to board up some of the windows. Looked like somebody was in here back in 2005 because this was on the board. And it looks like someone has been coming through here to preserve a lot of the wood pieces. You know, they don't make wooden pieces like this anymore. Got some ladders and stuff like that. And what we're going to do, brothers and sisters, we're going to ascend up the staircase. So hold on tight. Well, brothers and sisters, this is Brotha I.M. the Urban Explorer, and we're up here on the third floor. As I pan my camera around to the left, you know, other urban explorers have possibly been through here. I'm not going to say that I'm the first, because I know there have probably been tens of hundreds that have come through here. And we see old St. Albertus. It's an old room. And we see the graffiti artists that have been here. And now that's very unique right there, a star within a circle. And you got a pentagon in the middle. And you know, the color is very symbolic. And like I tell a lot of people, when you see these type of symbols marked around on building walls, just don't look at them as being graffiti. Someone is basically trying to communicate with someone that's off into that esoteric lifestyle. And we see other markings on the wall. Someone drew a pyramid, three-pointed pyramid with the eye in the middle and the number 6. And other markings. We see the word last. Forgotten but not forgiven. Red rum. Murder spelled backwards. Once again, we see these symbols, which are very symbolic, brothers and sisters. And, you know, I'm prayed up wherever I go. You know, you got to be a person that's strong in your beliefs and a higher power, a power of God, Yahweh, Yeshua, Jesus, even Allah, to be able to deal with some of this stuff that's on the wall. Because some people would come in here, they possibly would see this and be spooked out. Let alone being spooked out by just the falling debris and the condition of the building itself. And taking a little bit of time, brothers and sisters, because you know, you never know what you might see. Step in this room here. And I would love more commentary about this area, about this building, because I know that this used to be, St. Albans used to be part of Black Bottom, right around by Hastings Street and the like. That's the one thing about being in certain areas of Detroit. You don't have to worry too much about people, you know, popping in on you and coming through. Old fuse box. If y'all think I'm crawling in there, y'all fucking crazy. We'll take a look in that up. Now this is like something out of a goddamn horror movie right here. One of them crawl spaces. And one of the things that used to trip me out about horror movies is that you always got that one curious character that want to slide in, check shit out, and then get his ass devoured by some kind of creature. But you ain't got to worry about, Brother I.M broke sliding going into no basements. And going and sliding into no crevices. Wow. That's underneath the auditorium. And you know I got to investigate, brothers and sisters, because it's an auditorium, there's a stage. Now that might be my shortcoming right there. And this is one of the doors, I guess. Somebody tried to take this off. Oh yeah. I guess they was gonna make like a fat rat in the cheese factory by saying if they could take that to the scrappers. And as I stated before, this place was built in 1916. We're gonna go around this way and then we're gonna make our way back around. You know, I remember somebody had texted me on my private box from my YouTube page and asked me, have I ever thought about doing a paranormal type of expedition? Well, I kind of had mixed feelings about that because, like I explained to the person, I say, all that shit is staged. That's just TV. Now, this does not to mean that, I don't mean that ghosts and apparitions and things like that don't exist, because I believe that they actually do. But like I was explaining to him, or her, or whoever it was, is that a lot of that stuff is staged and it's for entertainment value only. And, you know, what they do is like a cliffhanger to keep you hanging on. So what we're going to do is now we're going to go in the auditorium and see what we can see, brothers and sisters. So hold on tight. we are, brothers and sisters, once again. We're on the stage. This time, the stage of St. Albertus Catholic School. And we see how the scrappers have come through, trying to get what they can. And we see there's a lot of bird crap on the stage. Children, close your eyes. You don't need to see this. Wow. Don't want to close up for me, y'all. Well, anyway, take it off that. Thank God I'm married, I tell you. We see where they tore into the wall here. You know, one thing I've learned too during my urban exploration adventures is that you got to be real careful in the wintertime, because a lot of these places are not secure, and I'm talking about from the elements. And what ends up happening, you be slipping and sliding. I remember I was in the old Highland Park municipal building and the old fire department. Birds. At least I pray that it's birds. And I hope a whole bunch of them ain't hungry and come down here and swoop down and get me. But anyway, trying to walk up the steps was very dangerous within itself, because I was slipping and sliding. As we pan our way around, look at that beautiful stage there. And the one thing I like, brothers and sisters, about this, as I stated before, is the architecture. You won't find beautiful architecture like this anymore, where the architects came in and designed the buildings to specifications. And that's the reason why I tell brothers and sisters to get books on architecture and symbolism and study what a lot of this stuff really means. As I stated before, I'm testing out some new video equipment here. Like somebody blew the door off the sucker. Guess this was an old coat room. And we see the broken glass. You know, I've been getting a lot of requests too to go up to the old Packard plant again. And I would go on some of these requests, but I like to be a loner, a lone wolf. You know, nothing going in with a group of people. And there's going to be a time when I'm going to have to do that. But at this present point in time, I feel much more better going in by myself, right, for right now. You know, because I do know my limitations. And I guess this was the sitting gallery, I guess you could say, where people would come and sit. Got more graffiti on the wall here. Some more spick and span pads or whatever. More scrap. And that's a beautiful picture there. That's a beautiful picture right there, brothers and sisters. And what we're going to do is we're going to go back down. But before we go back down, I just want you to notice the architecture on the ceiling. And look at that ceiling of how it's designed. And look at how the stage is made. So right now, brothers, this is what we're going to do is we're going to make our way back out and look around a little bit more, so hold on tight. This is Brother I.M. Broke once again, sisters and brothers, and we're back down here inside the auditorium. And it just dawned upon me, the way this floor is, the old wooden floor, that this right here was also the gymnasium, where they would play possibly basketball games, dodgeball, and the whole shebang. And we see you got bird crap. You're probably taking a dump. And this is a closer look at the stage. And we see the hanging lights. That's amazing. And what we're going to do is we're going to make our way out of here. And I think I've gotten enough footage. Just came from up there. Greetings once again, brothers and sisters. This is Brother I M Broke, the Urban Explorer. We're just coming out of the old St. Albertus School, Catholic school, over here on the east side of the city of Detroit. And this right here was a very exciting adventure because I got a chance to go through one of these structures that I thought I never would ever be able to get into. It just so happened that I was motivated by the gentleman that stays across the street, and he was giving me a history, so my curiosity kicked in because, you know, he talked about how his home was built in 1916 and how it was owned and built by a banker, and the banker committed suicide around 1929. And one of the things that I was so spellbound by about this building is just looking at the architecture on the inside first off, and looking at the wooden floors in the classrooms, and then in the hallways they had marble or granite floors. Now, one of the things you'll notice, brothers and sisters, is that someone has made it to the roof, one of the urban miners or scrappers, and they took it upon themselves to remove the copper they used to line this building. And what you see right now is the overgrowth. Now, back over in this corner right here, it used to be a house. And the house just eventually deteriorated to the point to where it fell in on itself. The house was probably built around the 1920s, or probably around 1900s. And then, you know, the other thing too is that's one good thing about a lot of these areas. You know, they're enclosed and don't really have too much human foot traffic. Well, anyway, St. Albertus, brothers and sisters, I'm gonna mark that one off. And one of the things that you'll notice is that I just don't go into any building. What I do is I'll survey the building, I'll, you know, stake it out for about months at a time, and then I'll make my move when I feel that it's right. And we see that there's some barrels back here. Whatever was in these barrels, I don't know. But I'm sure there was some legal dumping going on back here. And once again, we see St. Albertus. We're on the west side. We're on the west side of the building, walking through this abandoned field. And from time to time, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna have updates. And if I think I see anything of interest or anything that's new, I will, you know, possibly go in and do what I do best, urban explore. And we make our way over here, see what we can see. Look like another old house. And this other thing too, hazards like the power lines and things of that nature. And this is the old shack right here, brothers. This is, I think, the one I was telling you about that's been back here for years. And now it's, you know, basically falling in, and you wouldn't even know it was back here unless you know the area, or either you happen to stumble back here. Me, I'm the adventurous type. You know, as one thing I always say is that every structure has a story to tell. There's a history to be told. And, you know, you gotta remember that in this area used to be a lot of families that lived over here. You know, got people that have been doing dumping once again. Gotta be careful of old nails. We see how the brush has grown through here and growing up and over and around this building. Pretty soon, this is going to be engulfed by the by nature. Old trees and stuff that fell off on this old house. But anyway, I hope everyone enjoyed the adventure today. And today's date, once again, is Thursday, April the 10th, 2012. And my name is Brother I.M. Broke, the Urban Explorer, and I'm out of here. Peace. One last shot.